Hi, Patrick here. Have Cheetah Will View. Taking a look at the new trailer for Maxine, scene starring Mia Goth and a host of others, including Kevin Bacon, Mia Goth, Michelle Monaghan, Elizabeth Debicki, Lily Collins, um, and a ton of other well-known faces. So the third and final chapter of Maxine, the trilogy, the first trilogy that A24 has done, finds our girl Pearl, aka now she's Maxine fucking Minx, as she so politely put it, is on her way to Hollywood in 1985 to become a movie star, and and so she comes across in the summer of '85, which is also the summer of the Night Stalker, aka Richard Ramirez, who is a real killer, who was a real killer, and who was an absolute possessed human being. A friend of mine's mother actually saw him in her neighborhood. Um, by the time, luckily for her, she did not know who he was. Um, but she did remember him, and later on, till when she saw the TV, and then she recognized the face they're showing, saying, "I just saw him," which was a very exciting thing, considering that he was approximately about 20 miles away from where I was around. Um, Exciting, right? So the Night Stalker is a real entity, and so we catch up with Pearl as she is now, or Maxine, as she is trying to make her way from adult films where she has become a big star. She wants to cross over into mainstream films. It looks like, and she's doing auditions and whatnot. And the casting people who are looking to audition for her don't really seem too enamored of her, as we see in the trailer. We also see that she does have friends, and she asks one of them, "Well, name me five people who broke into horror films," and so she gets told. We see a lot of love letters to Hollywood or to the horror genre in this trailer, including one very interesting scene has Maxine at the Bates Motel, and she looks up and she sees a figure in the window. Now we don't know if that's a real person or if that's just Pearl starting to suffer the first signs of her psychosis that we saw in X and Pearl. Be very interesting to see that. Um, I don't know. I mean, the trailer looks okay, um, but I think with such a large cast of very known faces, I think it takes away from the story that Ty West tries has been trying to tell for the first two stories, which were very lean and very mean, um, and with a minimum amount of faces, is mostly focused on Pearl. With this movie, there are a lot of well-known faces in this movie, and I think it's going to. It looks to be just um, very distracting from the main story. Uh, well, we also know too that Pearl is probably going to end up meeting the Night Stalker, but as we know from Pearl, uh, that won't necessarily mean her doom either, because we we just know a little bit different. Um, it's going to be interesting to see how where Ty West does take this. I mean, well, and with her being tracked down by a private detective, by somebody's boss has an interest in a little girl from Timbuktu. I can't imagine what kind of past that's going to bring will make Maxine such a wanted person, unless one of the people that she did kill in Pearl or an X, for some reason I can't imagine. Maybe they were connected. Maybe someone's relatives. It was someone that who she killed. Um, I don't know. It looks good. I mean, the color. It looks good. I mean, as visually speaking, it looks good. As far as story wise, I don't know. I didn't really get a good vibe off of it. It felt really overloaded, and It doesn't seem to be, like I said before, what made Pearl and X so attractive is the fact they were lean and mean. I mean, the action moves fast and furious, and as far as for the cast goes, this one here seems to be a lot more bloated. But that's just me. How it will do, I think it'll do probably the best of all the movies of both Pearl and X. I think it will make the biggest box office because it has the best known names, and A24 is going to put a lot of money behind to push it. That doesn't necessarily equal box office though, because they did push Beau is Afraid, and we saw what happened with that. I don't know. Ty West is the talented director, so I guess it would help if I guess it would help for me if I was more of a Mia Goth fan. But yeah, um, who knows? Who knows? It's gonna be very interesting, including the scene in the base motel. That scene there caught me. That's very intriguing to me. I'm gonna see. I want to see how he does that. All right, so that's my 2 cents on the trailer for Maxine. It could be good. It could be Capu. There's really no, and that's a good thing for a trailer, right? I mean, it's not telling the whole damn story. I'll give Ty West credit for that as well. So it does keep you in suspense. You definitely want to see the movie. You definitely want to see where the story is going, and you don't get to see that in the trailer. Thank you for that, Ty West. All right, well, that's it. Tell me your thoughts down below in the comment box. Are you off to go see Maxine? What do you think? Are you hooked, or are you just waiting for it to be over? All right, that's it for us. Thanks for watching. Talk to you soon. Peace.